Alright, so here is metaDRIVE, and it says made in the USA. So that's good. I didn't say that on the site. I wasn't sure unless I missed it, but I'm always happy for anything made in the USA. Now, the serving size listed is 2, but you can take up to 3, and you don't need to take 2. You could take 1. Kudos to them for pointing out on the bottle that you can actually go ahead and take it with food or without, and that it might be good to try it with food, because that's going to give you a little bit less of a dose of it. You're going to not feel it quite so much. So I actually did that at first. I always try my supplements initially either in the lowest dose, or I'll empty some of the capsule out, or with food, just something to really gauge it first before I dive right in. So I have found I like to take it on an empty stomach, which I assumed I probably would, and that I like to really take like 1, and then maybe later if I need a little bit of a boost, I'll take a second one. Not too late, because of course it can keep you up. But what I really like about this is obviously caffeine. Big fan of caffeine, have been for a long time. But what drew me to it at first is that it also has the tyrosine, and it's the Nault version of tyrosine. That for me, for whatever reason, has been a huge focus supplement, and I've really, like, the focus is just extremely noticeable, but I do not have luck with a regular form. The Nault form that's in here is the form that I like. So that's actually what your thyroid hormone's made of. My thyroid doesn't work that well, so that may be why I love that so much. Now, obviously, if you're on any medications, which I am not, you have to really, really check before you take anything like this. But love the caffeine, love the tyrosine, and then I was super excited that they had teacrine in it. Well, teacrine I discovered about a year ago, and I haven't seen it in a lot of supplements that I've gotten to try, but in the one that I got, I was totally fascinated with it, because what's interesting about that is it's similar to caffeine, except you don't tend to build a tolerance to it, and that's a huge problem with caffeine. The other thing with teacrine is that it actually, they suggest that it may actually help with some of the cleansing of the liver, and that it may actually help with stress and with pain. So that makes it pretty super cool too. So has that in it, and then I realized it has theanine, which is an amino acid like tyrosine. And what's cool about theanine is that is actually what's in tea that makes you not jittery when you have the caffeine. And they use it as a standalone supplement a lot for people and animals as like an anti-anxiety thing. So it smooths out jitters. So you have caffeine, cool, can make you a little jittery. Tyrosine, awesome, could make you a tiny bit jittery. But then you got the teacrine, and you got the theanine in there. So I will definitely buy this again, because this really has what I'm looking for in one supplement versus having to like dib and dab with all these different ones. So I really like that. I like it in capsule form. Sometimes the drink mixes are just a little bit of a hassle. I like that they dosed it the way they did, because if I want to just have the one capsule, which I like to do, I'm not getting a humongo amount of caffeine along with the other stuff. It's about 50 milligrams for one capsule, so I can make the bottle last a little bit longer. I will say I have learned, and they do address this on the bottle or in the site, I'm not sure which, I can't remember, but you are going to do better if you take a break from this. You don't want to take it every day. I have found with tyrosine, it works phenomenal the first day, a little less the second day. Third day, it makes me tired. And at some point, I looked it up, and it said that, I don't know if this is true for all people, but that you can down-regulate it. So I actually prefer to use this really maybe like 3 times a week and take a break in between, and I find that works the best. So there you have it. I'm a happy camper.